Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we are worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have a healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's a mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said, available on your favorite podcast platform.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's
Tuesday,
good?
as
What's
always.
good?
Y'all know
It is
what
Tuesday as always, and y'all know what it is.
Back
Back live again. That's What I Said podcast live as always on Facebook and YouTube, streaming on Twitch, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Right now we're live on Spreaker.com, so download the app. You'll be able to get notifications whenever we go live, and whenever the podcast is done and finished downloading, it'll be available wherever your podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, rather it's Apple, Google,
wherever it is.
iHeartRadio, wherever it is.
What's good?
What's good, babe?
Thanks for tapping in and tuning in for another episode. We are live and direct from Studio B.
That's all you gotta say.
That's all you gotta say.
Right now.
That's it. This don't make no sense. Then
Only come on once a week, and that's all you.
you only come on once a week, and that's all you had to sum up for the whole week.
My normal
I mean,
intro.
My normal intro.
But no, like I think our topic what we're about to talk about tonight is
It's not a topic.
It's not a topic. It's not a topic.
All I'm doing
General
is
conversations. All I'm doing is labeling the podcast.
Yeah.
That's just a general direction. That don't mean that that's the label. That's the title of the podcast. It's just the direction we going.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where
I don't know where you want to
piece and parts of it you want to start off with.
it's not about that.
It's not about that.
I'm ready.
It's not about that. You know that.
Right now.
You acting brand new right now. We don't just jump right into the topic. Plus,
What the fuck else is going on?
what the fuck else is going on?
There's been so much traffic going on that has like I really want to say they've honed in tremendously on the thing with Jordan Childs losing the bronze medal. They keyed in on that. My God. It has to been like the last week and a
No, it
half.
hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't been that long because they only started talking about it a couple of days ago.
I guess it had already been like in talks or whatever for an investigation or whatever about the whole situation. And
for those that don't follow the Olympics or only watch it
whatever
for certain events or whatever, Jordan Childs is a female gymnast that competed
with Simone Biles
and during the individual competition, she won bronze
floor exercise, I believe.
on the floor exercise, I believe. No, it was it the balance beam?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But
she
no, I'm sorry, it was the floor exercise.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, it was the floor exercise. The medal that she won on the floor exercise, was the bronze, was gonna be going Mania because she was in fourth. So what happened was she, all gymnasts or whatever, they do their routine and then they get a score from the judges. So her original score they felt was low, and it didn't have, and I guess the computation of how they do the scoring is based on difficulty and skill.
They didn't have the skill point on there.
So I guess if they have a dispute, it's a certain time period after the score comes out that they can dispute it. And they were like 4 seconds past that. 4 seconds.
So they said. However, today I read an article that said
what's been said. However,
provided
today I read an
video
article that said
back to the investigators.
Provided video,
and in that video, it shows that they submitted the inquiry
and in
on
that
time.
video, it shows that they submitted.
Well,
the
it's a bunch of racist
on
shit going on about that Olympics
Right.
that people are coming out.
Well, it's a bunch of racist shit going on about that Olympics that people are coming out and talking about. And
I'm not going to even say it's disturbing at this point because now it's starting to become a normal activity.
I'm not going to even say it's disturbing at this point because now it's starting to become a normal activity that people think it's okay to be
they're not
racist
going to get
and
any type of flack for it. Unless, of course,
they're not going to get any type of flack for it
in the beginning. So we're not going to
unless, of course, and you stand for it in the beginning. So we're not going to stand for this shit,
It's gotten to this point now where it's just a
whatever.
comfortable
But
norm that people just feel like
I think it's gotten to this point now where it's just a comfortable norm that people just feel like they can just come right out and express how they feel. And it was never like this. And I'm not going to just start pointing fingers and blaming.
Office and now people think that it's okay to just be racist.
A certain president came into office and now people think that it's okay to just be
racist. Activity
racist.
still goes on.
And that said person ain't in the White House no more.
It really is.
But the activity still goes on.
I don't know.
It's very unfortunate. It really is.
We're so far out of that era.
It wasn't an era.
We're so far
it wasn't an era.
That era.
Being racist wasn't.
It wasn't an era.
Because now you're given
it wasn't an era
of a time period where
being racist wasn't an era. Because now
I don't think it was an era.
You're given a timestamp of a time period where
a time period.
I guess it was okay to be racist. I don't think it was an era. I think it was a time period in our lifetime that we had to spend where
when they
it was okay
as you. However, when you got
to talk
here,
about people that look different than you. When they live on the same land as you. However, when you got here,
and then became racist and said nobody else can
you
live here but
basically
us.
Killed the people that owned it and took it over, and then became racist and said nobody else can live here but us.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Nigga, you got here just like we did.
I'm confused. What are we fighting for?
The fuck?
Shit.
And
I'm confused.
I should have said time frame.
What are we fighting for?
Time frame. It's the same thing. I just don't like the fact that.
And I shouldn't have said
when we talk about racism, it's an
era. Time frame. It's the same thing. I just don't like the fact that when we talk about racism, it's an era
because
and unfortunately we're still in that era. That's why I don't like using the word era because we're still in that era.
But yeah, we had that.
Literally,
that was going on. And it took over 17 days of everybody's time.
But yeah, we had that.
Just completely.
That was going on.
Yeah.
And that took over 17 days of everybody's time where people was just completely
home and watching TV at the same time.
People that had a normal routine because working at home and watching TV at the same time didn't have shit to watch because
some live events that was cool and then
the Olympics was on and the time difference and you would catch some live events that was cool and then right around say I don't know what 2 o'clock ish. It started kind of
I wouldn't say it was more like 3 or 4 o'clock because that was more the evening
so time. It was a I wouldn't say no. It was more like 3 or 4 o'clock because that was more the evening time. But
Olympics, to say the least, I think
it was very interesting.
Not so much for the star effect
for this Olympics, to say the least. I think for the main part,
all the celebrities.
Not so much for the star effect of having Snoop Dogg and.
But I think this one was different.
All the celebrities out there because you always have celebrities at the Olympics. I mean, let's be real.
Post.
But I think this one was different
pandemic
because it was
right.
Whereas Tokyo was
post
pandemic and
pandemic.
Whereas
Tokyo was really true post pandemic and.
This one was
you didn't have a lot of star power at the Olympics in Tokyo. You did, but not a whole lot. This one was kind of
a lot of new faces, and a lot of people were trying to get used to who these people are, and
it's that and a lot of new faces, and a lot of people were trying to get used to who these people are, and even though you might be from France or Great Britain, Jamaica. Puerto Rico, United States, all these different places, Canada, Australia, all these different places.
You really ain't never heard of before.
If you're in the United States, you're gonna root for your country, and some of these people you root for, you really ain't never heard of before.
Just as time goes on,
and some of the people you're starting to get into knowing who they are, just as time goes on, and. Getting to know, I think, the athletes, not necessarily on a personal level, but getting to know what they do and them being the best at their craft and everything. I think that kind of has that attachment that everybody wants to have when it comes to the Olympics.
Disappoint.
I think.
We won in medal
the U.S.
count.
didn't, disappoint.
We won in medal count.
We won in medal count. We typically do, but
the next behind us was China.
We won in medal count, won 126.
After that was Great Britain with 65.
The next behind us was China with 91.
The host nation.
After that was Great Britain with 65.
Olympics had 64.
France, the host nation this year,
rounded up the top 5.
Olympics had 64. And
U.S.
Australia rounded up the top 5 with 53. U.S. was actually tied with
China in gold medals after.
Ended up tying with China in gold medals
basketball, but it wasn't.
And a lot of people want to say it was after
men's basketball.
The men's basketball, but it wasn't.
Was one of the medals. We won 4 other medals.
Men's basketball.
Correct. The women's 4x400
was one of the medals.
Relay.
We won 4 other medals after that.
100.
Correct.
The women's 4x400 relay, they won the gold medal on that. Then the women's 100
another event,
meter hurdles.
It's a cycling track.
And then we had
and then women's basketball.
Another event which was it's a cycling track, and the U.S. won that. And then women's basketball.
Right.
Because the women's
that was the official last.
The women played later on.
Right.
And that was
the medals
the official
that the U.S. got besides.
So
those particular golds,
other medals that the U.S. got besides
basketball,
those particular golds,
wrestling,
in that time period after the men's basketball was wrestling,
women's volleyball,
freestyle wrestling, women freestyle wrestling,
and then water polo.
Took silver, and then women's volleyball.
There was a lot of events that the U.S.
and then water polo, men's water polo
for the first time in, or
there was a lot of events that the U.S. medaled for the first time in, or haven't medaled in a long time in. I'm not going to go into details about that because I'm not sports center.
That and in 4 years, in 2028.
Anyway, so that was
always something.
That and in 4 years, in 2028, it's going to be in LA. So that's always something. I think
because the Olympics is going to be
well, I wouldn't say motivating. It's kind of like aware. People are now hyper aware because the Olympics is going to be in LA in 4 years. And it's one of those events that
just to see
it's once in a lifetime thing from everybody saying just have the opportunity to go.
The last time the Olympics was in the United States,
your host country win medals.
I say this:
the last time the Olympics was in the United States,
which was 1984.
I will also say this: the last time the Olympics was in LA, which was 1984,
a record 174 medals.
The U.S.
amount of medals that they have
took away a record 174 medals, the highest amount of medals that they've ever taken in the Olympics.
The tides roll again in 2028.
Olympics in 1984. Will the tides roll again in 2028?
Right. Aside from the normal, track and field,
they have
water polo and
I mean, aside from the normal, track and field.
I wasn't. I never expected to. And I guess I wasn't into.
I wasn't. I never expected
what's
to.
out there.
And I guess I wasn't into
sport climbing where they do the
looking at seeing what's out there. But handball, freaking sport climbing where they do the wall,
which is skilly.
Skateboarding.
You know what? Why not? I think it's a great opportunity for
which is skilly, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? I think it's a great opportunity for
you're getting a gold medal. But
for the Olympics to actually reward talent.
No.
I mean, you're getting a gold medal. But
the one that killed.
No.
This shit is.
Did not want to go there yet?
No.
Okay, so
this shit is.
I did a post.
Okay, so
I did a post on Facebook, y'all. I know me. I always, for those that
I did a post
because shit be getting real. So
I did a post on Facebook, y'all. I know me.
I did a post on Facebook
for those that don't know me, follow me because shit be getting real. So
and aware to
I did a post on Facebook because unaware to some, and
thanks in the building.
Aware to others. Don't get me wrong. There was awareness from others as well.
It's been a minute. Hope all is good.
Thanks in the building.
Mr. Banks, what's good, my brother? It's been a minute. Hope all is good. I had the liberty of trying.
That I thought I was thoroughly going to enjoy
to watch
because
something.
Of the sheer fact that I had ties to this particular.
That I thought I was thoroughly going to enjoy because of the sheer fact that I had ties to this particular event.
In the
because
said event.
I myself partaked in the same said event.
When you were younger?
Yes.
Okay.
I partaked.
So
not when I'm older. Hell, thanks for clarifying that. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Just
because
I don't know.
So let's be real. The shit that I watched that I was subject to was
the whole entire world was subject to it.
That's very true. That is
especially if any of our listeners watched the Olympics and saw this live while it was occurring. This shit was off the charts wild.
Well, it was. So I'm gonna say this. there was some inconsistent behavior. I will say that.
Why are you trying to be so politically?
Because it's inconsistent behavior. Like, that is some okay. So let me get the elephant. Yeah, let me get the elephant out of the room. So during the Olympics, y'all, they had breakdancing for the first time
ever,
and the last time.
I was just gonna say, I think it was the last time.
Yeah,
it's not part of 2024.
Yeah, it is not part of 2024. They made that announcement. They said this will not be a part of the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. We are sorry. We know this may come to a shock to some, but not to others. Those others being the country of Australia. Those others are the country of Australia. And for those that don't know or have not been subject to what I'm talking about, I will give you a preview of the most disgusting shit I have ever watched. Probably just... I'm trying to get it to where it's fit on one screen because I don't want to do the whole screen. I want to do just the
corner,
the actual yeah, not the corner, but you know what I mean, the actual thing, video itself. Oh, I know how I can do it. Hold on. So
picture in picture type of thing.
No, hell no. Oh no. Picture.
Well, no, because like where you're on one side and the video is showing on the other side. Picture in picture.
Well, yeah, it could be that, but that's not what's gonna happen. So, oh great, it's gonna pull up on YouTube. That's even better. So anyway, y'all, as I'm sitting here, going through the motion. Oh, the video was taken down. Outstanding. So I have a gift, and that's even better. So I watched a particular individual breakdancing that probably had no business.
Probably? No, they had no business.
Yeah,
Not a one.
Yeah, they had no business in the building.
And how they managed to make it
to the Olympics
is
still something that I have no idea how they did it.
I have no idea how they did it.
Sway.
So
like,
this video that I'm getting ready
this video that I'm getting ready to show is
the reality of what I had
to see
or what I wanted to see
and didn't get to see.
I didn't get to see it.
And the reason why I didn't get to see it.
The reason why I didn't get to see it. You will see. This is
the reason why I didn't get to see it
this weekend.
You will see.
This
is what I wanted to see this weekend. Or I should say, this is what I envisioned.
That's breakdancing,
That's breakdancing,
y'all.
y'all.
What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
What is this? I know
what is this?
Somebody, please help me.
I know somebody, please help me.
I know y'all just saw what I saw.
I know y'all just saw what I saw.
What is that?
What is that? Oh, the snake in the grass? Okay.
Kangaroo hop. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so.
Oh, you kangaroo hop. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm done.
And for someone that is not a breakdancer.
How what?
She has a doctorate in some whatever. It has nothing to do with.
She has a doctorate in some whatever. It has nothing to do with breakdancing. I can assure you that.
She got a b-boy name and everything.
I just don't understand.
She got a b-boy name and everything.
Her name is Ray Gun.
I just don't understand.
Her name is Ray Gun.
See, I said this last week, and I actually meant it.
See, I said this last week, and I actually meant it. And I'm gonna say it again this week.
I'm gonna expound on it. I think
I'm gonna expound on it. I think
when we were having a pandemic
back in 2020,
our healthcare workers,
when we were having a pandemic, that our healthcare workers and our first responders were heavily stressed.
Taking care of people, coming.
I mean, they worked so many hours just taking care of people, people coming in with COVID, coming in with just dealing with just everything, right?
We really just like totally forgot about.
And then we really just like totally forgot about the mental health institutions.
The people that are, in these mental health institutions because
the people that are,
they're not
in
like
these
us,
mental health
or
institutions
like
because
what we would
they're not like us, or they're not like certain what we would consider people that have some type of sanity.
That person, she needs some meds.
That person, she needs some meds.
Something's wrong with her. She is sick.
Something's wrong with her. She is sick.
Absolute disgrace to breakdancing.
That
was a disgrace to
breakdancing.
Her.
That was a disgrace to just.
Yeah. How does her country?
How?
Saying, you're out there representing your country, and you get out there.
You're out there representing your
ways
country, and you get out there and you do what?
That ain't it.
There are ways
to express yourself. There are ways
to express yourself. There are ways,
and then there are ways
that
display
you can
your
just
talent.
come off,
and
then there are ways
dumbass.
that you can just come off and just be a complete dumbass.
Like
that's that at-home dance shit. Leave that shit at
like.
home.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, during the qualification process, who was there?
I'm still trying to figure out, like, during the qualification process, who was there?
I want to know who was on the qualification board for.
I want to know who was on the qualification board for Australian breakdance team, because they need their ass whooped.
I mean, like, did we, like, seriously punk this girl and
did we like seriously punk this girl and send her to a competition and the judges were looking at a wall or looking through VR headsets or maybe looking through a computer at somebody else and they were voting on somebody else? Were they voting?
Just throwing this out here.
Were they doing the at-home voting? Just throwing this out here.
Were they doing
for America's Got Talent?
They were voting for someone on the Australian.
Were they doing that, and they think that they were voting for someone on the Australian breakdance team, and they were actually voting for America's Got Talent?
I'm figure this out. I'm
right.
I'm just.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm disturbed to the point where it's like
it was
through the trials of the Olympic trials, it was not supervised.
Like, look at this shit and say, maybe she shouldn't represent.
Did nobody look at this shit and say, maybe she shouldn't represent us? She might embarrass not just herself but us too.
And the video that you
truth.
She actually scored a 0.
Yeah, she got a 0.
Truth.
Like, oh no.
Yeah, she got a 0. She got a 0. Like, oh no, 0.
Like, okay,
she got a whole 0.
Let me not show that one because the
like, okay, let me not show that one because the little kid that's probably 12 years old is out dancing right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, this is not.
That's
breakdancing.
Yeah, this is not.
The women with the arms is the one that took me out. This shit right here took me out too on the ground.
The women with the arms is the one that took me out. This shit right here took me out too on the ground when she stammers herself.
This is what happens when you have a seizure and you need.
This is what happens when you have a seizure and
like,
you need
like
a spoon in your mouth.
I like a boy's caption.
Like, seriously, like this.
Yeah, it's literally what we got from Temu.
Yeah, it's literally what we got from Temu.
You wanted breakdancing.
We literally got
a wish.
Yeah.
We wanted breakdancing and we got a wish.
This is the
wish.
The Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
We got a whole wish
that didn't.
This is the Make-A-Wish
dancing, and we got broke dancing
that didn't follow through. We wanted breakdancing, and we got broke dancing.
We wanted turbo and ozone, and we got turbo and Lightfoot.
We wanted turbo and ozone, and
oh my god,
I don't understand.
We got turtle and Lightfoot. I don't get it. I don't understand the disrespect. Because that shit was disrespectful.
Yeah, they had a couple.
Moving right along. They had earthquakes in California.
Eye-opening shit.
You
live in California.
Yeah, they had
you already know that.
Right.
So
okay.
That's some
You're on a fault line.
Shit
it's not a surprise.
You live in California. You already know that.
When there's an earthquake.
Okay. You're on a fault line. It's not a surprise. It's not even a news story at this point when there's an earthquake in California. The fault line's been there for years.
And
hell, we were stationed in California and we was on the phone when the earthquake happened.
Because
and that earthquake was a huge
I hung up the phone with you.
rolling
I went
earthquake
under my desk,
because
and then our supervisor came out and said, "No, everybody outside."
I
So
went
we
under
go
my
outside,
desk, and then
and
our
the
supervisor
ground
is still freaking rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was big roller, like freaking roller coaster.
But this is the thing. I don't understand why people want to stay inside during an earthquake and not be outside. The ground is still going to roll, whether you outside or inside. It don't matter where you at. It's going to roll. But to me, if you're inside a building and it's rolling, it doesn't matter what the magnitude is. If that building is not earthquake proof or some type of protection for lateral movement, why is that safe? I was in the military. I told you the story when I was in the military, and a dude of a higher rank, as I'm walking out of the building when I got off the phone, I was like, I'm going outside. And my senior chief was like, Roger that. I took my cover and everything. Went outside, grabbed my pants, like, yeah, I got everything I need. I'm just going out here for about 10 minutes until this shit's over. I'm not standing here. Even though it was pretty secure structure, but going outside. Saying, you need to get it back in your office or get under your fucking desk. I was like, you need to shut the fuck up. I don't care what your rank is. No, you're not about to tell me where I need to be for the safety of my life. When nothing about you says PRT ready. Stop. Why am I believing you? You look like you can't do a half a push-up, let alone one, and you're telling me I need to get under a desk during an earthquake? No. Look like you've been under a couple of sandwiches. During an earthquake? No. Look like you've been under a couple of sandwiches. You need to stop.
It's crazy. Like, when we were on the phone talking, we were discussing... But I started getting a headache. Do you recall that?
I started getting a headache.
It's always
typically does always start with the headache or some type of nausea feeling, because a lot of people will be like, when earthquakes happen, they can't put two and two together because it just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, damn, why is my head hurting? Then all of a sudden, earthquake. So it was like, and that's how I knew we were having an earthquake couple times, like since then. But that's some type of shit that I don't want to deal with no more. So
ain't nothing else to skim through as we were skimming.
Ain't nothing else to skim through as we were skimming through that shit. Ain't nothing else.
However,
to skim through.
Something that grinds
my.
I guess you can say
the
bones.
I guess you can say the bones just down to nothing.
People going online. Or I shouldn't say just going online. Going on social media. About just whatever's going on in their relationship.
Whatever's going on in their relationship.
I don't condone it.
I don't condone it.
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What kind of shots?
I don't condone it. But
I don't condone it. But this might be shots fired to some people.
I really don't.
And I don't apologize. I really don't.
Some things are better left unsaid.
Some things are better left unsaid, especially on social media.
I don't get why it's okay.
I don't get why it's an okay thing for people just to post
anything and everything,
regardless of the sensitivity behind it, and regardless of who it may or may not embarrass. People will get on there and I wouldn't say they thoroughly embarrass themselves, but to me,
you're in a relationship
you're in a relationship and the person that you're with cheats on you, and they cheat on you with someone you know close.
Why are you airing them out on social
Why
media?
are you airing them out on social media?
This is what I don't
understand this.
And I'm not gonna pick sides and say who does it.
And I'm not gonna
more,
pick
or
sides and say
this
who
is
does it
messy and
more,
this is
or
blah, blah, blah.
this is messy
But
and this
why?
is blah blah blah. But why?
It's like you want to hurt this person even
It's
more.
like you want to hurt this person even more.
Right, by putting
Or
them on blast.
it's not even just about hurting
Or it's not even just about hurting that person even more.
I don't
It's
care because they didn't care
I
about
don't
me when
care
they did what
because
they
they didn't care
Then
about
move
me when
on.
they did what they did. Then move on.
Move on.
Move on.
You ended the relationship. Everything is
You
over
ended
with.
the
Blah, blah, blah,
relationship.
person's
Everything is
gone.
over with.
Y'all
Blah blah
don't
blah.
call or
Person's
text each other.
gone.
Y'all might see each
Y'all don't
other,
call
blah,
or text
blah,
each
blah.
other. Y'all
Y'all
might
don't
see
say
each other and
nothing.
blah 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 and don't say nothing.
Why drag it on?
Why drag it
You
on?
know, I understand that's mainly pain.
You know,
that's
I
speaking
understand
when
that's
people do that.
mainly pain that's speaking when
they get on
people
social
do
media
that.
and post like that's pain.
When they get on social media and post like that's
They don't
pain.
know how to deal with it. They don't have nobody to talk to.
They don't know how to deal with it. They don't have nobody to talk to. And it's like, I'd rather not have 1,001 conversations. I'd rather just have one. I'm going to post it on social media, which is going to create 1,001 conversations.
People are going to comment. Girl, are you okay?
People are going to comment. Girl, are you okay?
I don't never really
Boy,
see
and it's
dudes
like,
do
I don't
that,
never really see dudes do that.
But recently, I've seen dudes do
Recently, I've seen dudes do that.
That's a new one.
that. And I'm just like, I wouldn't even say it's a reflection of
I wouldn't even say it's a reflection of just seeing the comments.
I'm just trying to figure out
I'm just trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, who are you reaching out to? And people
Like, who
don't
are you reaching
understand
out to?
this, is that
And people don't understand this is that
do this on social media,
when
they're
people
literally
do
trying
this
to
on
reach
social
out.
media, they're literally trying to reach out.
And some people,
And
it's
some
not even a
people,
reach out. They don't.
it's
know
not
any
even a
different.
reach out. They don't know any different.
They're not attention seeking. They're just posting.
They're not attention.
Yeah, they don't know.
They're
They just
Yeah, they don't know.
All
They
they
just
know is
exactly, and they just all they know is posting is like
it's a
a
blog for them. People post.
it's a blog for them. People post and it's like a blog. They don't think about the comments. They don't think about the reactions. It's just a way of them being able to express themselves. And I remember years ago when we didn't have that post, we just had what they call blogs.
And then people got famous.
And you would just blog, and then people got famous on their blogs because they were expressing themselves, and then people would say, "Oh, you got this, blah blah blah," and then the next day they would post something not even related to the blog before. It's something completely different. You know, and then the nature of vlogs started happening where people started doing the video ones, and those became popular. And now people are just doing social media shit now. People are just doing stuff for attention. That's what I say. And a lot of people say you shouldn't do that because you don't know them, you don't know their situation. It could be a cry for help. Well, guess what? A cry for help wouldn't be posting the stuff that's going on in your relationship. The cry for help would actually be reaching out to people and calling somebody and telling them what you're going through. And if that person don't listen to you, and that person don't listen to you, and that person don't listen to you, that's the motherfuckers you need to blast. Because they're not your friends.
They're not your friends.
They're not your friends.
You just keep reaching out to people that say,
You can't just keep reaching out to people that say, "Oh, anytime you got something going on, you need to reach out to me, bro. Reach out to me." I say that and I mean it.
I say that and I mean it. I don't care what time.
I say that and I mean it. I don't care what time.
I've been on the phone with
Why? He's
somebody
been sitting up there plenty of time. I've been on the phone with somebody at 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And I have to roll over and go sleep.
And it's like I'm not trying to.
And it's like I'm not trying to. It's like I'm not trying to keep her up, but it's like I keep my word, and it's not a bragging point. But be loyal to the same words that you put out. If you say you're gonna be there for somebody, actually be there. Don't sit there and get on the phone tomorrow and guess who called me with their bullshit yesterday.
What happens? They post y'all,
And then what happens? They post y'all and then blast you on social media because you're a fake ass friend.
Or speak to somebody, listen to what's going on with them, and then you turn around and go tell somebody else their whole story.
That's gossiping. We ain't even talking about that.
That's gossiping. We ain't even talking about that. But you're right. That happens. But
it does. It happens.
But we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is the fact that people that are going through these traumatic things and they feel like they have to post on social media and they feel like they have to express themselves, probably have already expressed themselves. They probably already have expressed themselves and they probably already had the conversation. Guess what? The conversation that they had was with somebody else. Because the first thing y'all did was do what? Turn your head, turn the other cheek, ignore them, act like they weren't there. Their problem is not that big. Talk shit behind their back, did all these different things, and then all of a sudden when they post on social media and they airing you and 9 other people out for being fake ass friends, then the first thing you want to do is get defensive and block them.
Why you gotta be putting our business out there, man?
Why you gotta be putting our business out there, man? I told you I just couldn't talk to you right now.
It's like people want to get defensive over the wrong.
It's like people want to get defensive over the wrong shit. It's like you getting defensive over somebody telling the truth, or you just don't want to get aired out. Which is it?
It's like pick a battle, boo boo.
It's like pick a battle, boo boo. Like
seriously, what are you mad for?
Like seriously, what are you mad for?
Because literally, you the same person.
Because literally, you the same person that called your friend and was like, someone's gonna call me with their bullshit again. And da da da. I was like, man, I can't deal with this. I had to come up with an excuse. And then next thing you know, you getting aired out on social media because that same friend be like, yeah, you ain't check Facebook in about 20 minutes, have you?
They on Facebook airing you out.
What you talking about? They on Facebook airing you out, talking about you a fake ass friend. They called you and you just basically gave them a sorry ass excuse.
And then people was like, well, who's in the wrong? I mean, y'all sit here and glorify.
And glorify when people get blasted on social media. Like, people look forward to it.
It's like,
they look forward to it. It's like, I'd rather be in everybody's business. I want to check the comments.
Because that's how messy we are. I check the comments on shit like that all the time. I'm being real. I'm not going to
sit here and throw no shade. I check the comments.
What everybody else
I'm trying to see what everybody else
I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm nosy, so what?
That's the difference.
But I don't feed into it. That's the difference. I don't feed into it. But see, I guess you could say I'm nosy to everybody else's shit. Y'all posting it. It's public.
That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem.
Too much of your life is publicized.
People don't do shit in
Too much.
private no more.
People don't do shit in private no more. The things that you putting out in public should be private, and the stuff that you keep in private probably should be public. Because some of the stuff that people are keeping private is a conversation that can help someone get over something than to keep it private. We would rather talk about the shit we ain't supposed to on social media, but keep the shit private that we absolutely probably shouldn't keep private. Because we can actually get help and move past whatever it is that we need to move past. But we too busy following this person and feeling like I can get attention. I got 10,000 followers now because of my post. No, they ain't because of your post. It's because of your ass pics. It's because of them two teeny weeny t-shirts you be putting on.
It's people
get the wrong attention, and then when they need, and it's not even the attention that they're looking for.
Right.
It's really not. It's to have that conversation. Nobody that is in that circle of in which they are attracted to you or been attracted to you, not physically, but you know what I mean, like your friend or following or whatever. They're not there for that. They're not there for that. You got all these followers because you wanted to show your ass. And then when you need to have that corner to lean on, ain't nobody there. Because those same people, they looking for ass pics. They ain't looking for the conversation. They don't care what you're going through.
Right. That's real.
That's why I love you. I appreciate you, buddy. But it's the truth. I mean, like, I don't know. Relationships is difficult. It's difficult of amount of people that don't want to put work into it, but yet complain about it. And it's like, if you don't put work into something, you can't expect it to flourish. You can't expect it to grow. You can't expect it to achieve anything. You ain't putting nothing into it. But when you people look at their relationships and then people think, well, I don't understand why I keep doing this and why this and why is it like this. If you don't know how to express yourself and let people know how you feel about something or how something in relationships is going on, how is that other person going to know it needs to get fixed? They're not. People suffer in silence a long time. People will suffer in silence for a long time with no help. And then when the truth comes out, it's like, that's all it was? Why come you couldn't say nothing to me? I felt embarrassed, or I felt this way. And it's like, you felt this way, but you going around telling everybody else what the problem is, but the person you need to tell what the problem is too. If the problem is about us, talk to me. If the problem is about us, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking about them. I'm not calling this person and that person to try to get their viewpoint. I'm not doing that. But that's what social media has done. Instead of you having that conversation with your significant other, you having a conversation with her 5,000 friends on her Facebook. Or her 22,000 followers on fucking Instagram or TikTok. Or wherever it is that she posts the stuff where she gets her healing from. It ain't no therapist. It's a dude that's sitting there with a big googly eye, sitting there liking and loving her shit and sharing it to his homeboys. I don't know, she ain't posted in about 30 days, man. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. She says she got cheated on. She dealing with some shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Where the booty pics? That's where we at.
Wow.
That's where we at. People can't get therapy. People have an expectation. If I'm following you for booty pics, that's what I want. I don't care what you got going on in your personal life. I need what I want. That's sad. What you got for the people before we get up out of here?
Man, say. I don't have nothing to say on what you just said, because that shit is wild and crazy.
That's the truth.
Anywho, what I got for the people is continue to reach out to friends and family that you may not have spoken to in a while. I'm telling you, something is going on in the universe that is saying you need to reach out to these folks and have a talk. Anyways, do that. Be good to yourself. Have a great rest of the week. I'm out.
Yep. Catch up with your people. Let the people be open to you if they can, and if they can't, then you can't persuade them. It's got to get to a point where people want to conversate. So we out of here, y'all. We did our little podcast for this evening. We'll be back next Tuesday evening. I hope y'all enjoyed from the short time period that we was on. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all time where y'all was here. If y'all didn't get to listen to the whole podcast, please make sure y'all download y'all podcast app, regardless of what phone or platform you use. We're available on Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and you can listen to us on Spreaker.com. You can go to Spreaker.com, create a profile, or just go in there, type in "That's What I Said" in the search bar, and listen to every podcast. This is episode 144. Episode 144, y'all. We out. Peace.
Around sharks, they saying you are what you eat, but she wanted me to be lunch. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. Some Farrakhan, keep the peace. I look out for me. About what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but the diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an